Hey guys, it's David back here at the Bros Rebuild today. Sorry about the wind noise here. But anyways, we're back here today. I am actually going to be working on my 4-door Jeep here. So today, we got to replace the master cylinder. But yeah guys, so we got brake work to do. We're doing axle swaps. We got to do a transfer case. All that fun stuff. But anyways, so we're gonna get things rolling here. I am gonna get the master cylinder hopefully done today, and then I would hopefully get the transfer case dropped tonight is where my goal is, but no guarantees. Another big thing I gotta deal with is the transmission. It's leaking fluid. I'm pretty sure it's from the output shaft seal, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm gonna take the transfer case off. The transfer case housing is split, so it's been leaking out of there. I don't know if it's had something to do with the transfer case all along or what, but we are going to find out. But I do have another transfer case. Like I said, I got other axles. We got a few things to do. The reason the hood is open on my 2-door is because I got the battery. I'm sharing a battery between my two Jeeps because I don't have the money for a second one just yet. But anyways, guys, I am gonna get things kicked off and rolling. Please stay tuned. We got more to show you. This Jeep is going to be a couple days.
Yeah, got it bumping. Got it bumping. Got it bumping.
Okay, people, so as you've seen, I just got the transfer case out. So you got to drop the transmission brace, the tranny mount, the 4-wheel drive shaft, the rear-wheel drive shaft, a couple wiring plug-ins, 2 to be exact, and then the 4x4 linkage, and then 6 bolts on the front. And you see 6 bolts, 1 and 2 sensors. This one here, I can't get it out of 4-wheel drive at all. There's no neutral to it. This transfer case is jammed. And as you can see, it is split down to the T. Actually, the crack goes all the way up here. You look. And it wrapped around. Back under, splitting the housings apart. And split the casing again. So there's definitely an issue with that transfer case. I've been dealing with the issue since like, it's going on a year now. About last, yeah, it must have been around late October, early November last year I've been dealing with issues. The biggest thing is it's been shitting U-joints in the rear drive shaft. I've been wondering why, and then all of a sudden that happened. So, we do have another good transfer case. I am going to buy the upgraded four-wheel drive linkage that my brother bought for his Jeep when he put it in. That is one thing I'm doing to this, because even though I got good linkage, it is a pain in my rear to change that, to put that linkage in and out. Especially that one bracket. It really fights you on that one bracket. So, we're about ready to wrap things up. I'm going to do a few other miscellaneous things today. I'm not going to put the other transfer case back in, just because I want to get a new output shaft seal there that goes to the transfer case, because the transfer case and the transmission on the automatics share the same fluid. So they run together. So it's kind of different, something I'm not used to, but you know what? That's how it works. One thing I did learn, on the two-wheel drive automatic and the four-wheel drive, they run the same transmission, but the two-wheel drive has a housing adapter at the end that you can put on the four-wheel drive and vice versa, so you can switch between a two-wheel drive and a four-wheel drive transmission. As you can see, my interior is gutted. The reason I gutted it is I had somebody that was interested in buying the rear seat with the seat belts and all, so I'm taking my actual leather interior, where these door panels came from, and all the darker colored dash panels, and I'm putting them on. So that's actually what I'm going to work on tonight. I'm going to work on getting the dash together. I'm going to work on switching out this power window switch, because this one's shot. My front two windows, well, my passenger window works when it wants to, same with my driver's. That's just how this Jeep has been to me. But alright guys, I'm going to throw it back on time lapse. I'm going to grab a few things and we're going to get the gym and hey, what's up? It's David back here at the Bros Rebuild today. So don't mind me, I'm not wearing a shirt. It's hot as fuck out. Anyways, so you can see I've been working on my Jeep. I actually cut out the whole rusty floor that was here. And of course you can see I had to cut out this lower edge of this brace here. The seat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go alongside here. Of course I am going to have to clean up all this rubber sealant they use. I gotta see if there's enough of a lip left without rust to weld to. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a bend, but I'm pretty sure there's most of a lip here. Yeah, there's pretty much a lip here. So maybe just a little bit of bending to get this right. And if so, we'll just curve it. I'm not worried about getting a perfect 90. Then we got a little bit of bending work over here. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cut the panels out of my parts Jeep over here. So we'll walk over here and I'll show you guys. So I got a lot of parts in this thing because it's my regular parts Jeep. And as you can see, I've been doing some painting as well. There is a good chunk of the interior panels that were plastic that went black. I am putting the charcoal gray dash and the charcoal center console and the charcoal seats. As you can see, this one was pretty well rotted up too. But I know I got a lot of stuff. I actually have a good chunk of floor pan here that I'm actually just gonna cut and take the pieces out that I want. So the reason this one's a parts one is the frame's all rotted out from underneath. And yeah, I got really screwed over on it, but come to find out there was a lot of goodies it had, like lockout axles, good chunk of front suspension, bunch of random things you want. And it was a little beast Jeep before, but now it's gonna be parts Jeep. So the plan is, this one I'm putting a set of locker axles in, which I have 2 sets. And the plan is this one's going to get a set of lockered axles as well. If you guys ever have to replace the shifter cable, it is a nightmare and a half. It broke on my 2-door here yesterday, and I had to do it in a jam. So I didn't get it fixed. I didn't get a chance to film it. But yeah, so the plan is I'm going to measure from up here back to here where the floor is. And I'm going to come across here. Now I'm going to fully come across to where it covers up this edge. Comes across like an L. So when I do it just right, then I can take this one here, notch it down a little, come across. Well, it's going to be wide enough still that this one's going to come 90 up and go across the frame here. And the other one's going to come down, and it's going to make kind of like 2 L shapes. And it's going to divide this in half, and we're just going to weld a new floor in over the old existing one here. Just because it is my beater Jeep, it is just my work Jeep. I'm not worried about having anything too fancy. My main thing was just not having a rotted out floor, because you could see all the chunks down there that are rusty. I did a lot of cutting work to get this right. So the plan is we're going to get a floor put in here. Then we're going to get the interior put back in. I actually am going to start putting some of the interior back in today. With the back half. There's going to be like a good chunk of it that I can't get in due to I got a little bit of wiring to work with. I got the floor to work with. So there's a little bit of the interior that can't go back in. But as you guys can see, I did get the complete dash back together and all set up. Which is nice because now it's not going to be too hard to get the trim pieces in. But yeah, guys. So keep on watching, and we're going to get this interior thrown back together, and maybe even get some floor panels cut out tonight.
Dylan got it bumping. Dylan got it bumping. Dylan got it bumping.
Hey everyone, so it's David back here at the Bros Rebuild today. We got John here as well.
What's up, guys?
So today we're going to be messing with the Jeep some more. As you guys have been seeing, that I had done the axle. I had done up a rear axle in the garage. When I did that, I decided it's time to swap it. Anyways, so we got a built rear axle. And we're going to take these shitty tires I have, we're going to throw them on the Jeep here. That way the rear end is still a little lower than what it would with my big tires on. It'll be a little easier to sneak it out when I get it up high enough. But, and then I got some rims that are welded together here that act like jack stands we're going to put underneath the frame to kind of hold it up high enough. So we got a little bit of work to do, guys.
Dylan got it bumping. Dylan got it bumping.
Alright guys, sorry about the wind noise. As you guys seen so far,
We got the axle out, and you've seen us be prepping the axle a little more today. With that being said, if you look down here, you can see it, we got it all nicely painted up and all.
we got to throw that shock on this side so we have the axle in place. And start bolting everything up, I think.
Yeah, really, we just got to get it bolted up. We got all the brake lines done across it. Axle, new brakes are all installed. We've been through the whole inside. Basically, it's time to put it back, put this axle in, and get it rolling.
We do have to do brake line from both the door section here, the rear door, on the side all the way back. So you guys will see us. You guys see us do that. Just whatever.
Yeah, we got a little bit of work yet, but let's go ahead and throw in time lapse and get this rear end in.
Welcome back, another day here on the same channel. Anyways, we're going to be working on David's Jeep here. So as you guys seen yesterday, we were going to get the rear end in, but we have a 3-inch, I don't know, budget lift you want to call it. I don't think we ever did the filming on this, but we took blocks in the rear. There's 3-inch blocks that we're going to be using. So, the issue is with one of the blocks, the hole here that actually centers it all up, the peg, this peg here, is actually still stuck over here in this axle. I'll show you what I mean. So as you see, there's no peg here and a peg there. That peg actually belongs in the block. Last year we had an issue with blocks where the block actually slipped out a bit, or it wasn't the block itself, it was the U-bolts shit out. So we had to replace the U-bolts on here, and the block was still halfway decent, so we just ran with the block, but we ripped it all apart and it's not doing too well. So we're gonna replace both blocks. Me and David are. He's gonna buy them. We're gonna do that. Anyways, we'll replace both of them and throw out the rear end, and all we have left for the rear end, really, we got to get back up in there. We'll set the leaf springs up, get all that fancy stuff in, shocks, do the brakes. It's not too bad. Completing the brakes is going to be honestly the longest thing, but we're hoping to have this on the road by this Saturday so we can take it down for a road trip. We'll explain that later on in a different video. Yeah. So he wants to replace this panel here because, as you see, it's broke here, it's cracked here. It's missing a piece. We have a good panel over here in my Jeep. This is the mud Jeep, of course. So, as you see, the panel's a little dirty, but we'll clean it up. And a little messed up here, but nothing too major. We're going to put this panel into that Jeep. I have a little thing going on with it. So we got to put that panel in. We still have the rest of the interior to do. David said he wanted to vacuum it, so I'm going to get the panel in. Try to, at least. Something I have to do on it beforehand. Then we got to take and clean the whole Jeep out. We're going to vacuum it and start throwing the seats in. Let's throw it on time lapse and go from there. Let's do it.
Hey guys, it's David back here. So today I've been kind of working on the interior. I had a little mishap where I couldn't finish the rear diff just yet. So we'll go back to that in just a little while here. Got to get some parts. As you can see, I stripped the dash back off. I'm actually swapping over the lights in here, in the cluster, and down in here. All over the blue LEDs. I'm going to work on switching these over to white ones, these end ones, but the center one's going to be blue as well. Yeah. So we got a little bit of work to do with the dash yet. We're going to get the seats in today. We're going to get the carpet all cleaned up. Hopefully by the time we're done, our rear door panel cover will be done and ready. We're doing some painting to it. So as you can see, that's off. John had got that off for me yesterday. I wanted to do a couple things to it, so as you can see, it's way over there. Drying. We got some kind of iffy weather here today, so I've got to play it back and forth. So yeah, I'm just going to throw on time lapse, guys, and we're going to get back to working on this. We're going to get the interior finished today, and hopefully get to getting the 4x4 linkage hooked up, and getting at least the front drive shaft in, I hope. Otherwise, the rear diff won't be in until tomorrow. But, alright guys, stay tuned. So as you just seen, I just took this apart and put it back together. Unfortunately, the bulbs in your heater controls on these XJs, which I did not know, are a specific type of bulb, and if you want to replace them with aftermarket, you got to order a specific bulb. They got the base built into them. There's just not a universal bulb you can change. So that's one thing I have to look into. But otherwise, we got all the other bulbs swapped. So I'm going to go to the other side here, and we're going to make sure they're working. So when I pull out the light switch here, as you can see, that bulb isn't working, but that one is. And the ones inside my cluster are actually working. They used to be green, now they're like a purplish blue. With that being said, so LED bulbs can only travel one way for path. So one side's ground, one side's hot. So what you do is you flip the bulb around, and boom, it's fixed. You got two working ones. Simple as that. That's just a quick way to check your LEDs when you pop them in. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the dash back together. I'm gonna get the center console back together. I'm gonna work on getting the seats in here. I'm gonna work on getting the back door panel on. Gotta get it out of the rain at the moment. It's sitting over there. The paint should be dry, so it shouldn't be too long before that goes on. And then hopefully I can get everything on the interior done. We're going to clean the carpet as well. I want to get everything on the interior done today. That way, tomorrow, I can buy what I need to do, finish doing the rear axle, and get the rear axle in. We're going to hold off on doing the front axle just yet, because I still have to redo the axle yet. So we're going to get everything back together. Four-wheel drive and everything, so it's perfectly primed. We want to take this to go do a road trip video for you guys. So I got a little work ahead of us. We're hopefully going to go do the road trip this weekend. So, yeah. Alright guys, stay tuned.
Dylan got it bumping.
Okay guys, so I was doing some raining, so I had to quit for a little bit, but as you've seen, I got the dash all back together. Center console's all back together. I got the interior all basically picked up here in the front. We are actually going to vacuum it out and do some cleaning to the carpet, see if we can bring a little bit more life back to it. I still got a bunch of stuff in the back, but I want to show you guys something. So as you've seen, I was doing some painting and stuff. I got a smoked out third brake light now. But boom, what do you guys think of the new tailgate cover? It's got a black edge. Kind of go with the interior I did. It's kind of like a black and charcoal gray, but I'm doing like a blue accent on the outside underneath. So I brought the blue to life on the inside a little bit with the Jeep with putting Jeep across the back tailgate cover. So that's gonna go on there. Yeah guys, so just thought I would show you that. But we're gonna get the cleaning and hopefully get this thing basically done today. All right.
Nearly got it bumping.
Okay guys, so as you've seen, I got the carpet as clean as I could. I used a vacuum cleaner brush, you know. I got it way better than it had looked before, if you guys are paying attention. Also, I meant to flip the camera around, but it just kind of slipped my mind. I got the back door panel on, looks great. So we got the carpet all cleaned up in the front here, it's all drying now. We are going to take a short break here and basically let the carpet dry for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to come out and put the seats in. Alright, stay watching. Alright guys, David back here. So while I was making the video for this Jeep, I made more footage than I was anticipating in between where I was going to cut things off and stuff. So as you guys can see, the interior is actually back in this Jeep. You're going to see that in this next video. Where I'm ending it is right about where we cleaned the carpet that night. That's where I'm going to end this video, where I cleaned the carpet. The carpet looks phenomenal. I got it as best as I could. It looks better than when I did when I bought it. I've done a lot of work to this Jeep, as you guys are going to be seeing over this video in the next couple. So kind of stay tuned. We decided in the next video that we were going to do the front axle, so the front axle got put in. We ran into some other unexpected damage that we weren't anticipating, but which it caused me to, this damage that had happened caused the transfer case damage, caused the bent drive shaft damage. Yeah, you're just gonna have to stay tuned. There was actually an issue that had popped up. I don't know what the heck had happened with the thing, but it had somehow did what it did, and the whole unit was twisting, so it was causing some serious issues in the driveline. Anyways, so stay tuned. You guys are gonna see that in the next video as well. I am thinking about doing something different about this headliner, really, because this bugs me when it hits my head like this. So we're gonna probably do something with that in the next video or two. The interior, next video will be finished. Hopefully the axle, all the other shit, all the other stuff will be finished too. But yeah, after I get this Jeep done, you guys are gonna see what I have. 2 new toys that are coming on the channel that you're gonna see. One is a 99 XJ, limited with it's got a bunch of the goodies that they gave in those things when they came factory, because it's one of the more fully loaded models. The other is I picked up a 2000 F350 7.3 liter turbo diesel. Yeah guys, I picked me up a 1-ton turbo diesel. I had to do a lot of maintenance to it to get it running right. Yeah, so you guys are gonna see a road trip video on that. We do have a road trip video coming up on a new. John got another couple of projects actually. So we're gonna see a couple more of those videos. What's coming up first is John's Jeep. He is 94. He's hoping to get done before he goes back to the Subaru with the deer hit. We found out there was a little more to it than just a deer hit when it happened. So yeah, stay tuned for the Subaru. And then after John's done with that, we're done with the Subaru. That comes out, and we're either gonna do, well, we're doing the Subaru. I'm gonna be doing the F350 video. The 99, I haven't figured out where that's gonna fit in just yet. But somewhere along the way, after John's Subaru is done again, we're gonna put my 2006 in the garage because we have a new motor for that thing. And I got a bunch more goodies we're gonna put onto it as well, along with all the goodies that came with the car. We might do a new catback exhaust system because it does have a catless downpipe, which is I can't remember what brand. I think it's a Cobb downpipe, but yeah, I got a nice downpipe. I'm not worried about that. We got a new radiator for it. We got a new motor for it. I got some new gauges for it. We're going to be having the 3 pillars on the side, and then we're going to have I'm going to take out that dash clock that's up there. I'm going to put in the gauge cluster, but in the center of it, I'm going to put a glow shift clock back in there. Because I did think that was a nice idea Subaru did for the 02 to 07 with the dash clock up there. I really did love that. That was a really nice touch. So we're just going to put the clock up there, just because then it'll match all the gauges, so it'll kind of look cool. Okay, so the gauges we're going to be putting in there, we're going to be putting in an oil pressure gauge, we're going to be putting in a fuel pressure gauge, a volt gauge, new boost gauge, new wideband. Debating, I'm taking the boost gauge out. I might put the boost gauge in my F350. I also bought H-pop gauge for my F350 as well. I might take the narrow band that's in my white 06 and put that in my F350. But I haven't quite decided if I'm going to use that narrow band or not. I might just put that thing up on the shelf for now. Otherwise, the only other gauge I have in there is an oil pressure one, which is nice, but it's only red. I like the multicolor changing ones for some reason. Glow Shift makes a really nice gauge. I like theirs. They got the tinted, they got the dimming. They have the multicolor shift. You can either get the 7 or 10 color shift, and then you can also get them in multiple different styles. You can get them in just your regular old analog. You can get them in the digital. You can get them with both. So the wideband I got in there, I'm going to be putting in there is going to have an analog and a digital. Boost gauge, I believe, is analog. I prefer the analog gauges, but yeah, we're going to be putting those in. We're going to put that 3-pod up in the center where the dash clock is, but right in the center of that 3-pod is where we're going to put that clock. That way I can have the 2 gauges on each side, so it looks kind of nice. We're going to be doing like a white, blue, and black theme inside that car, so there's going to be a couple other parts I'm going to have to get. I have to get some pearl white paint for it. I also have to get, besides pearl white paint, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I'm doing to that 06. With that being said, there is the 5000K build. Don't forget about that, guys. When we get to 5,000 subscribers, we're hoping to by then have a sponsor or two. But if nothing else, I'm still gonna pull the build off with every dime I've got. We're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be one of the Subarus, but it's gonna be a nice build. We're gonna be doing we're going to be adding a lot of ponies to it. We're just going to put it that way. We're just going to make it an all-wheel drive beast. With that being said guys, we're going to wrap things up for the day. Like I said with the Jeep, I filmed more than what I was anticipating when I was doing the video. I'm trying to keep them half hour, 45 minutes at the longest for you guys. I noticed that a lot of people don't like watching our videos for that long yet. So, yeah, we are trying to be more inspirational, more give the public more info, that kind of stuff. So you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, you know, if you got an idea you think we should be doing on our show, you know, just drop a comment, you know, message us on the Bros Rebuild on the Facebook page. We have an email as well, hooked up to the Facebook page. I do have a personal email that I will accept that kind of stuff on. If you guys want to check it out, it's dakjr1997@gmail.com. So you guys can hit us up. We will answer you the best of our luck. You know, we're always looking for the feedback. It's kind of nice because it helps us make better videos for you. But yet again, it helps us learn from where our mistakes are too. So, you know, life's all about making mistakes, guys. So kind of help us out here if we're screwing up and you guys don't like something, you want to see more of something, just let us know. We are trying to get more into other types of cars, get away from Jeeps and Subarus as much too. That's why we got the F-350. There's going to be, John's got a Mustang project. Me and John both have Acura projects. So we're going to try to widen our bands a little bit. Some parts are just harder to come by. Mainly for our Acuras, we're searching for like the right motor for our cars. So there's going to be that too. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. I really hope you guys enjoy our videos. And yeah, we just want to thank you all again. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. And please leave your feedback if you got any. Yo, we'll catch you on the flip side.